Welcome back to Ben's Garage. Today we are in the Hobbit's kitchen. Yes, very sexist, isn't it? No, this is our kitchen. I don't do many of them on this channel, but today we're going to do an unboxing. Now, I've done videos in the past where I've been explaining like overlanding on a budget, and we're going to obviously getting the car kitted out, and next year, if it all comes off, we have a planned trip down to the Pyrenees. Pop over into Spain, do a bit of off-roading. So the Hobbit won't be coming with us. She's staying at home with the dog, so there'll be myself, my brother and my dad. There's a lot of planning because obviously we're not going to be doing any wild camping. It's going to be campsites, and then they've got to be disabled friendly campsites. So there's a lot of planning going on where I can pick out disabled friendly campsites and then work out off-road routes. But anyway, in a bid to get the car kitted out, now, I will blame one person for this, Sam, over at Sam's Motor and Machine. When we get it unboxed, you'll know why. But if it's no good, I'll hold you fully responsible, Sam, because you said it was good. Anyway, let's get it out the box. You will see some of this, the kitchen area. It's a bit of a disaster area at the moment. I made some sausages this morning. Now, we do skinless sausages. Because we're having toad and hole tonight. For those of you that aren't of British descent, will probably not know what toad and hole is. I don't know if it's worldwide. Basically, it's sausages in batter. Didn't go quite to plan, so it might be roadkill in a hole. It'll taste the same. So yeah, kitchen area is a bit of a disaster. I've not cleaned up well properly yet, but we've got the solar, not solar, but we've got the power station here. This is the Blue Yeti EB3A, I think. It's only 600 watts. It's enough for us, whatever we need. I can charge that up as we're driving along, and I can bypass through this while it's charging as well. Is it UPS mode or something? I think. I know I can when it's plugged into the mains. I'm not sure if I can when it's plugged into the car. But yeah, we're charged up 88%, so let's get this unboxed and see if it's any good. Bum, bum, bum. Don't need you two helping me, do I? Come on, out of the way. Comes with a box. I'm assuming it's the cables and the destructions. So we have a 12 volt cigarette lighter type cable. We have a mains thing with a EU plug on it, which is very good because obviously we're in France. And we have some destructions. Now this is Vivor, the portable fridge freezer manual. This one is the 55 litre, so we went for the largest. There's lots of modes, this, that and the other, which I won't bore you with, but I'm going to plug it in, see how much power it uses on the mains cable, because obviously we can plug 240 volts into this power station and it will tell me how many watts it's drawing and how long that power station will stay, how much time it's got left on it. And then we'll try it with the 12 volt plug, because it's got a 12 volt plug on there as well. So obviously when you're travelling, you could probably have that plugged into the 12 volt car socket and then potentially use the power station for overnight. I think it does stay cold for quite a while. Obviously when Sam came to visit, he showed me his, and I think they said they were very impressed with it for the price. I mean, they're not mega bucks. It's only about 260 euros, I believe. So right, I'll have a quick scan in the instructions and then I'll get it all plugged in and I'll come back with you. So I've got the mains adapter plugged in round the back. I'm just going to plug this into the power station, and then I have to switch the 240 volts on. Now obviously I've got to switch this on, so I think that's a short press of that. And then you can go up and down. That's 22 degrees at the minute. Minus. I'll take that out because it's rattling. Don't need rattling, do we? So that's pulling 70 watts. I don't know if you can see that down there. Let me try and zoom in. So it's pulling 62 watts, and at that 88% will last for 3.6 hours. Obviously once it's down to temperature, it's not going to be running constantly. I'm assuming that this 22 degrees is ambient temperature. It does say that it's Bluetooth controlled, so it comes on the instructions. It shows with a QR code. I've already downloaded the app, which the app is for Alpicool, which is a different brand of fridge, so it's obviously the same thing. Start scanning for the fridge. I need me other. Is this it here? Press settings button on the. Oh, which one's the settings button? Oh, that one. Oh, look, here we go. Eco lock temperature. I've set it to -20, and we'll see how cold it actually gets. So the power, you've got low, medium, or high. We're obviously in centigrade. We don't want to be doing Fahrenheit rubbish, do we? Let's see what settings we got on here. Temperature units, minimum, maximum, language, reset, about. My fridge, user manual. So yeah, it's app controlled. So if you're driving and you think, oh, I need to turn the fridge down so we can have a cold beer, you can just bring it up on the app. Just slide the button across. But we'll leave it on -20 and we'll see how cold it gets in there. Still only drawing 60 watts, and then we'll see once it's up to temperature how many watts it is just ticking over. Trouble getting old. Different pairs of bleeding glasses for different things now. I had it down to -20. We don't need to get that cold. I don't think we're really going to be having frozen food with us. It'll be like fresh stuff and beer. So a fridge is normally 3 to 4 degrees or below 5 degrees. So I've switched it to 4 degrees, and that was 18 minutes down to 4 degrees, and it is proper cold in there when you open the lid. So now the power is obviously it's pulling no watts out now whatsoever. And it's just dropped down to 3 degrees. Obviously there's nothing in it at the moment. Obviously a fridge or a freezer works better when it's got stuff in it. It's empty at the moment. I just wanted to plug it in and try it, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it. It's got the app, so you can just, if you want it a bit colder, it's all good stuff, isn't it? So I'm going to switch it off, and I'm just going to plug the cigarette lighter in, and then we'll plug that into the power bank, and we'll see how much power that will knock it down a few degrees, and so it fires back up again, and we'll see what happens. Cigarette lighter plugged in. Let's just energise the power station. That's the fridge. We'll just switch the fridge on. I've set the app to -6, so that should kick off now. It's telling me we've got 12.7 volts coming out of the DC socket here. And now we're pulling 40 watts out of here, whereas on the 240 we was pulling up to 100 watts. So at 40 watts, 79% of the battery lasts nearly 5 hours. But obviously, as this gets down to temperature, it will only be cutting in and out as and when it needs it, because I think it's well insulated. So I'm just going to turn it back up to 3 degrees, and then that it should settle down, switch off, no watts. So the battery bank's back up to 30 hours on the load it's got at the minute. So yeah, it's quite handy having the app. You can control this from the front of the car. Apparently that's now got down to -1, but I did have it set to -20 to start with. But yeah, let's just stick our hand in here and oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that little light comes on, so you can see what beer you're getting out. That's proper cold in there now. There you go, all good stuff. So that's another bit of kit towards our overlanding expedition. Yeah, not expensive. I will put a link in the description. It's not affiliate links or anything like that. If I can find it on Amazon, I will put an affiliate link, because if you get it through Amazon, I will get a little bit of a kickback. Doesn't cost you any extra, but we get a bit of commission on it if you go through our links, as I've mentioned previously. Just got to decide now about how we install it in the car and how we power it while we're driving. I have been looking at some of those pull-out slider things that you can mount the fridge on, so that you can, obviously with the Range Rover, with the tailgate, you can't get quite, especially in the wheelchair, you can't get right up to the back of the car. Obviously the tailgate is a limiting factor. That's as close as I can get. So if this is in the boot, I can't see it, and we don't really want it just floating around in the boot. We want it sort of fixed down. Some of these slide out trays that I've seen on Alibaba probably could do the job. Mount it on a bit of wood and then fix the wood where those cargo hooks are in the boot, fix it to that somehow, and then we can just sort of slide it out. Even if it only comes out just over the tailgate, at least I can open it up and have a look inside, because you don't want to be pulling out the wrong sort of beer, do you, really? That's what it's all about, the main thing. Anyway, so far so good. It's well made. It's you know, it's all plastic, obviously. Now, whether it is the same as any other brand, I don't know. But the app was Alpicool. I don't know. So we've got our little Bluetti power station. We've got our Vivor fridge. Now, so, as I said, Sam was quite happy with his. So we'll put it through its paces and see how good it is. And yeah, if it's a dud, Sam, we're coming for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a little bit of nonsense, really. Turned up in the post. This is my Christmas present, actually. Hobbit got me this for Christmas, but like she said, we ought to test it out, because if it's faulty, it needs sending back. So yeah, I also got something else, but I'll show you that in another video. We are getting gear together slowly but surely, just for our, you know, like next year we go to the Pyrenees. I don't envisage needing a lot of recovery equipment, but if we don't take any, then we will need it. It's like puncture repair kits and compressors for inflating and deflating your tyre. If you don't take it, you're going to need it. So it's all gear that I'm sort of gradually getting together, on a budget, of course. We're not going for all the expensive brands or anything like that, but yeah, stay tuned for more. Anyway, catch you next video. Bye for now.